Good morning, everybody, and happy hump day to you. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, April 12th, 2023. I hope you guys have had a great start to your week, and we're now halfway through. How are you feeling? Let me know where you're joining from and what is bringing you joy today. We have the part 3 of our Joy and Quote series this morning, have a beauty quote from William Shakespeare today. Also, we have weather to do because I decided that Wednesday is going to be weather day. I still need a weather green screen. This is going to happen in the future. It's because I need to fulfill my dream of having, the weather green screen where I can usher in the cold front, the warm front, and have a good time with that. So that will be happening one day. We also have national days to talk about and birthdays and stuff as well. If you are celebrating a birthday today, please let me know. Or if someone in your life is celebrating a birthday today, let me know so we can talk about that at the end. Today, you may or may not need a snack before we talk about national days. There is food involved, whether you like the food or not. Maybe another story, but we'll find out come the end. But we've got quotes to do, we've got weather to do, we've got national days to do, and we've got birthdays to do. Also, what's bringing me joy? So you guys might remember, if you watch the Breakthrough show and have been keeping up with our Breakthroughs Around the World series, I had a couple different people on this for season 6 that were part of the Gratitude Network, and I became involved with the Gratitude Network because the I had a guest on another show of mine who is on their board. And the Gratitude Network is an amazing organization that helps to bring awareness and funds, much needed funds, to nonprofit organizations around the world who are doing things specifically for young people. And I really, really, I was so moved by their organization. I was connected with them because they have so many people all over the world. And I knew that I needed guests from different countries for this Breakthroughs Around the World series. And so we had a great conversation about how much I love the work that they're doing with one of the people on their board who got me involved with their people. And we've hosted some amazing guests on the Breakthrough show. And then I was asked recently to be a part of their selection committee to determine who is going to be their next members for the following year. They recognized the work that I'm doing. They recognized how much I really support people who are doing amazing things in their communities. And so I was asked to be on a part of their selection committee. And what an honor, what a great joy that brought to my heart in the moment, because to be recognized as someone who supports nonprofits and also just people in general doing amazing things in the world, it really meant a lot to me to be asked to be a part of this organization. And so I'm super excited that I get to vote on the next organizations who will benefit from the Gratitude Network. So super exciting news that's bringing me joy. I want to check in with who's out in the audience this morning and say good morning. Brittany, of course, had her front row seat today. I don't, she's always, her and Juju, they fight over that front row seat on the daily. So Grand Rising, good to see you this morning. Susan's joining us from New Mexico. Good morning. Good morning. I have to add New Mexico to okay, there we go. I'm adding it to our weather this morning. Adam Duval is here this morning from across the pond. Good to see you. I'm your weather girl, and I've got news for you. Okay, how's the rest of it go? I can't guarantee that it's going to rain men or tacos, but we will have some fun with our weather segment. William's here from Ghana this morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you. I gotta add Ghana to my Give me a city in Ghana, William. Give me a city because I need a city to go in my weather so I can be sure to cover your weather there in Ghana. Because this is for those of you who maybe aren't wanting to people today and team. Okay. Tima, is it pronounced Tima or Tema? There we go. I've got it though now. 90 degree. Oh my God, it's hot there. Wait till we get to the weather, you guys. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the congratulations about the Gratitude Network. Yeah, listen, men in tacos, it's where it's at when the weather is concerned. Tima or Tema, why are you laughing at me? And it is too damn hot. It's too hot, for sure. Listen, you guys, I want to share something about what William is doing, but I'm not prepared to do it today. I'm going to do it. I think, William, I'm going to do it on Friday. Friday is when I'm going to. William has something amazing going on, and I want to tell you guys about it. So tune in on Friday for our fun Friday, and I'm going to share with you. I want to make sure I have the website up and everything else so that we can share with you what's going on. So tune in on Friday to see what William is up to in Ghana as well. Okay. Should we do the weather? Let's do the weather because you guys are going to love my little intro here. Here we go. It's time for the weather. Look at that. Look at that epic little video there, all shiny and whatnot. Okay, I'm disappointed I don't have a green screen. Here, I am coming to you live from the beautiful Mystic, Connecticut, though it's not so beautiful today. We are cloudy all day, currently 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And by the way, just a reminder, this weather station operates in Fahrenheit because some of us are not good with the Celsius. Okay. So that's what if you don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, then you need to, I don't know, go to the weatherchannel.com. Click the little FC button, okay, or Google it. All right, we're also in a red flag warning here. And for those of you who don't know, red flag warning means fire weather. It means the temperature is higher than normal. I don't know how 60 is high, but okay. The temperature is higher than normal. The humidity is lower than normal, and it's windy, which is creating the optimal environment for fires. Okay, Smokey the Bear says only you can prevent forest fires. So be careful out there if you're in southeastern Connecticut today. Groton Mystic, 60 degrees. We're going to have a high of 74 today, but it's going to be cloudy all day. Red flag warning. If you don't have to go out, don't. Okay, just don't. Currently, Clarksburg, West Virginia, Miss Brittany, we have 51 degrees, high of 77 today. You guys are going to be higher than us today, and you're going to be partly cloudy, but this morning, but it's going to be sunny the rest of the day. So it's a great day to go out there and finish that gardening and whatnot that you have going on. Jacksonville, Florida, where the Jacksons are at. I see what you guys did there. It just hit me. Jacksonville, Florida. It's going to be a high of 75 today, but cloudy today. Cloudy, so you're not going to get a lot of sun tanning going on. But you were back to having these rip current statements. Please don't go in the water, Jacksons. Please don't go in the water because it's not safe for you. In Guatemala Island, South Carolina, where my dad is at, it's going to be 50 degrees, mostly sunny today, high of 76. So it's going to be even higher where Brittany is than farther south. The weather is something. We have Phoenix, Arizona, 66 degrees and clear. It's still dark there because it's early in Phoenix, Arizona, but it's going to be a high of 94 today. And this is why, boys and girls, I don't live in that part of the country because I would melt. I would melt. New Mexico, where we have Susan living, it's clear today. Clear currently. It's going to be sunny and a high of 73. So not so bad in New Mexico. Not so bad. Okay, I could handle that. Let's talk about Ghana. Okay. William, 90 degrees today. Partly cloudy though, so at least you have a little shading from the clouds, but I don't in the summer I don't do the heat. Okay, I don't do the heat. But I'm glad you liked my little video. So that's what we have for weather today. Listen, if you want your city to be included in our Wednesday weather segment, please be sure to tell me. But this is what I recommend. If it's anything other than sunny, then you could stay inside. I'm going to give you a free pass from the Breakthrough Show Network. You don't have to go outside today and people if you don't want to. Okay. I will write you a note. I will post it on social media and you could print it and give it to your school, your work. You get to call out today. Okay. You get to call out. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Juju's here. Grand Rising. Mandy is here. Juju says it's going to be 81 in New Jersey. Listen, I'll have to add New Jersey to my list. It's going to be, well, now I take back what I said, Susan. I take back what I said. I can't handle 90 degrees. I can't. When you get over 72, 72 for me is when I've had enough. Brittany says, I want to be out there today, but I don't know how my skin is going to handle it as long as you're already red. You're already a lobster, Brittany. And I want to remind you guys, listen, if you're going to use sunscreen as the weather starts getting warmer here, please use a sunscreen that is natural. I want to remind you that your skin is your biggest organ. Everything you're putting on your skin is going into your bloodstream. This is my PSA for the weather. Okay. Everything you put on your skin is going into your bloodstream. Please use a natural sunscreen if you're going to use one. Also, vitamin D is actually good for you. So, just be careful. Be careful because some of us are clear. Some of us are clear. And when we go outside, we go from clear to lobster like that. All right. So some of us have to be careful. And you know who I'm talking to right now. I'm glad you're enjoying it today. Listen, I can't, when it gets to 80, I start to get a little whiny. Okay. A little whiny. I start to get a little whiny. I'll be honest with you. All right, that's our weather today, you guys. We got to still talk about, let's talk about our national days. Then we're going to take a break and come back and do our quote today because I have to stay on time today. I have to stay on schedule. So let's talk about our national days today. Get your snack. If you feel like you need a snack before I tell you what day it is, get your snack ready. Okay, so here's the thing. A couple things today. National Only Child Day today. If you're an only child, raise your hand in the audience. If you have no siblings, put a 1 in the comments. Raise your hand in the audience. Happy National Only Child Day. It's funny because yesterday was National Siblings Day. So now, because equal opportunity, we got to have National Only Child Day today. So happy Only Child Day to you. If you're in Colorado, if that's the state that you live in, you reside in, you connect to, happy National Colorado Day today. It is also National Big Wind Day, and it's not what you might think it is. See, this is convenient that we had weather today. That it's the day that the biggest gust of wind was recorded ever in history. So that's a lot of fun. National Big Wind Day. Maybe you should fly a kite today. Some of you, maybe some of you should not. Also, it is National 412s Day. Okay, so I want you to look at the calendar and see what they did there. It's 4/12. It is April 12th, but it's 4/12's Day, FOR 12's Day. The nation honors on this day a magnificent number that holds significance in several ways. I did not know about this. We measure our days in 2 12-hour sets. When we buy roses, eggs, and pastries, we purchase them by the dozen. How many months are there in a year? 12. Of course, math lovers appreciate it because 12 has a perfect number of divisors for those of you math geeks out there. But sports fans also remember all the great athletes in every sport who have worn that fabulous number. For example, Terry Bradshaw, John Stockton, Jim Kelly, Dwight Howard, Joe Namath come to mind. And so, yeah, it's interesting. I didn't know this was a thing we needed to celebrate, but here we are. Ways that you can celebrate is you can uh take a picture of wearing your favorite athlete's number 12 jersey. Take a picture of the number 12 when you see it. If you see 12 pop up everywhere, then it's the angel that lives on the 12 on the calendar. So be sure to look that up. I have no idea which angel is associated with 12 because I didn't go down that rabbit hole this morning, Brittany. So also, it is now, you have to let me know how you feel about this. It is National Licorice Day. National Licorice Day. What I have come to realize is that it's either you love licorice or you hate licorice. Or there's people that is like, I love all the licorice except the black licorice. Let me know how you feel about licorice in the comments. I could listen, I don't mind it, but I could take it or leave it. I really don't have like a feeling of being either way, ill, completely grossed out, or like I couldn't not live without it. I don't go either way. I could take or leave licorice. However, it is also National Grilled Cheese Day, and I love a good grilled cheese sandwich. In fact, I celebrated early because I had a grilled cheese sandwich yesterday. And I love some grilled cheese. Okay. Um I have stuff to do, right? Number 12. Listen, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Mandy. Now I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole. Now I'm gonna go down the angel rabbit hole here. Okay. So, and now we're hungry. This is why I warn you guys to have a snack before we get to national days. But let me know if you will be celebrating today with either a licorice or a grilled cheese. Sit your only child self down with the number 12 jersey, and you got it all out in the wind in Colorado. You could celebrate everything at the both same time. All right. All right. Listen, guys, we're going to take a quick break and be right back after this. And we're going to get to our quote today, our joy quote today, as well as our birthdays. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Lives. I just can't. I can't. I wonder if aliens like Twizzlers and grilled cheese. I can't with you guys today. Stop it. I have a show to do. Okay. No rabbit holes today. Listen, I'm really excited, you guys, because coming up this weekend, our own Shiraz that hosts Rewriting Reality is hosting another Wealthy Healers Conference. Now, you may think to yourself, this is not a conference for me because I'm not wealthy or I don't consider myself a healer. First of all, there are more healers than we think that there are out in the world. If you are doing something to improve people's people's life, that would be something that would be considered a healer in our minds. So Wealthy Healers Conference is coming up the 13th through the 15th, Thursday through Saturday, begins tomorrow. Really exciting. I am going to be speaking on Friday in this summit. It's going to be really amazing. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you join because it's going to be great. I'm going to put the link down in the comments for you guys so that you can click it and go get registered. But it's going to be an incredible conference. And we have another Breakthrough Show alumni that is speaking as well. He was from season 4 of the Breakthrough Show. Tom Matson is also speaking. It's going to be so good. Every time Shiraz does this event, it's amazing. It's going to be great. So definitely click the link and get yourself signed up for the summit coming up this weekend. And yours truly will be speaking on a Friday. And it's going to be really good. So just highly recommend that you do that. Also, another quick shout out this morning. If you did not watch Beyond 2D last night, you're missing out. I don't know what else to say because it was so powerful. And it was not only so powerful in the moment, talking about listening and communication with our incredible guests, Michelle Risa and Caldwell Williams, and of course, my amazing co-host, Farhan. But it opened the door, the end opened the door to so many topics that we're going to be talking about coming up on this show. So highly recommend go catch the replay of Beyond 2D listening and communication from last night because it was epic. I thank so much Farhan for continuing to hold that space with me, and also Caldwell and Michelle. Thank you so much for being there. And I got emotional after the show last night, you guys. And I even said, look, I have never in my history of doing live video and shows, which has been several years now, since 2016, I've never felt so comfortable and so safe in a space. And I said to Farhan afterwards, I said, I don't know what we're doing here, but it's good and it's juicy and we definitely have to keep it up. So really excited about that. Mandy was going to watch after this. It was so good, Mandy. And I really, truly hope you enjoy it. I could for real listen to Storytime with Caldwell forever. Let's just be honest. Okay. And Caldwell, shout out to him, by the way, celebrated his 89th birthday last week. 89th birthday last week. So what an honor and a privilege to have him on the show. Anyway, let's get to our quote of the day, which I'm really excited to get into, our joy quote part 3. So we've been digging into quotes that have to do with joy, and this one is a fabulous one today by, of course, renowned William Shakespeare. Things won are done. Joy's soul lies in the doing. How many of us have ever heard the phrase before, love is a verb, or there's other feeling words where people say, you know, a noun or an adjective, but they're saying it's a verb, meaning it's an action word. Okay. And I bring the thought to you today around this quote that joy is also a verb. Okay. Or could be a verb. And so I take the first part of the quote, things won are done. Like meaning when you win something, when you finish something, it's done, right? Now, I agree that it's done, right? In all sense of the word done. But I also feel like that things won or things finished are done, but they also can be a great source of joy in nostalgia when we may be struggling to find the joy in the present. I don't think of it as a cop out. I don't think we need to use it as well, I'm going to lean on the joy of what happened so that I don't have to focus on today. However, I like the things one are to me are not just done. To me, they can be used as a source of joy as well. However, I think the real magic from this quote is in the second part. Joy's soul lies in the doing. And I think that's the part that we as humans can miss sometimes. We miss that being present, that being truly in the moment and appreciating where you're at right now and the joy that's in it, the joy that's happening right in this moment. We may be, and we've talked about this several times on this show, especially in the last week as well, about how when challenging things are going on, whether we're surrounded by challenging people or circumstances or situations, that it can be a challenge in that moment to go, okay, where's the joy here? To actively look for that joy when the proverbial shit hits the fan. Okay. It's we're human, and I think that it's very natural for us to go, things really suck right now, and have a challenging time seeing the joy in the situation. But I think this part of the quote really speaks to me as joy being an action, joy being something we create and we do. Juju mentioned in the comments yesterday about creating our happiness, creating the joy around you. You're an active participant in the joy in your life. If you are going through something and you don't like what's going on, you don't like the feelings that you're having, you don't like what's being brought up within you, you are a powerful creator and can create the joy around you. If you don't feel it, make it happen. So the joy is not to get to this place, this location, this end result. The joy is in the journey, as it's been said. The joy is in that creation process. The joy is in that feeling of, we've talked about this before, I am the joy. I bring the joy. I am the creator of the joy in any situation that I come into, and I claim that, and I want it, and I will be it, and I will live it. And that's where, like, yes, there's joy when things are done, when things are finished, when you are successful, when you have accomplished something. But there's so much joy in that journey to get there. I don't want us to miss it. I don't want us to miss it. It's so good. So good. Um, so I love Shakespeare as well, Mandy. Mandy says, interesting. In ethics class, we are learning about endings. It says it's something we all experience, but it's our choices of aiming towards the greatest possible good. The journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Show up for yourself. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It really is something that I'm passionate about this two things. One, I'm really passionate about this topic of joy. And two, I really let me go back. I'm passionate about this topic of joy because for a lot of my life I was waiting for joy to come to me. And I didn't lean into what we're talking about today, that joy could be in the journey, and also that we could be the creators of that joy, that we don't have to wait for it to come to us and wait for it to show up. Now, is it nice when we're given that little gift on a silver platter? Absolutely. Is it nice when we don't have to try to experience joy? Absolutely. But that's not reality 24/7. Sometimes things suck. Period. End of story. We're human. It's part of the journey. Okay? But in that that suckiness, in that challenge, that bucket of challenge that we go through, we have the ability to rise up and create the joy. And so it's really important for us to see that, and I'm so passionate about it because of that. I also prefer to keep these a lot of these thoughts that we talk about joy on this show really elementary, and the reason why is for two reasons. One, for people who are still struggling in the challenge to see the joy, and two, because it is never an arrival point. Okay, even if we are healed or healing, there's never like a place where you get to where you say I'm done, because as humans we have to actively make an effort to continue the journey that we're on every day. So even I, in all the work that I've done around joy and around personal development, I'm not arrived. I'm like not like at some kind of higher level than anyone else. I may have more tools in my tool belt at this point. I may have made a contract with myself to agree to certain concepts that are really important to me. But just like every other human on this planet, I need that reminder of joy. Jessica, I know you're going through a hard time right now, but look for the joy. Choose to look for the joy, choose to find the joy. So that while it may be really easy, we may be having a really good day and we come on the show and we're watching and we're like, I already know that. There might be a time when you already know that, but you may have forgotten it, or it may be in the back of your mind, or maybe what you're going through is so overwhelming and so involved and so tough and so challenging that you need that little reminder to find the joy, because we all need that reminder. This show, and I've said it before, has saved my own life. This show has been very selfish in many different ways, because I wake up every day, I get on the show and I remind myself that joy is possible no matter what's going on. And as I go through my day and contrast happens, as Abraham Hicks says, or challenge happens, I check myself and I say, no. You are a divine creator and you can make the joy in anything around you in any circumstance. So just a little motivational speech. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk this morning for you. We are always growing and evolving. Absolutely. Such an important lesson to learn. Thank you, Susan, for that. I think it is. And we need to be reminded, even there's not an arrival, right? There's not an arrival. It's a constant learning, growing, evolving process. And we sometimes we need the reminders because we're human, period, end of story, right? Listen, we got to do birthdays today and then we are going to be heading out. So let's get our birthday show on. Let me know if you or anyone you love is celebrating a birthday today or recently. In the celebrity world, we have several birthdays today, which makes up for the almost none that we had yesterday. Jennifer Morrison, you guys remember her, actress from the show House. I loved the show House. Any House fans out there, let me know. Jennifer Morrison has a birthday today. Tiny Tim, all I remember from Tiny Tim is tiptoe through the tulips. If you haven't heard that, go listen to it. You're welcome. Tiny Tim passed away in 1996. Beverly Cleary, who passed away in 2021, has a birthday today. She's author of many book series, including the Ramona series, which I loved as a kid growing up. Ed O'Neill, an actor, you might remember him from many things, including Married with Children. That show was hilarious and wrong at the both same time. Claire Danes has a birthday today. You might remember her in many things, but I loved her in My So-Called Life back in the 90s. Anybody else that loved that show, My So-Called Life? Loved that show. David Letterman has a birthday today. Happy birthday, David Letterman. Actress Shannon Doherty has a birthday today. She was in Charmed and Beverly Hills 90210, among other things. Tom Clancy, novelist, passed away in 2013, wrote books such as Hunt for the Red October, has a birthday today as well. So happy birthday to everybody that is celebrating. And I think that's all our birthdays today. So let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jennifer Morrison, Tiny Tim, Beverly Cleary, Ed O'Neill, Claire Danes, David Letterman, Shannon Doherty, and Tom Clancy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those who are celebrating today and around today. I hope you have an amazing, magical day. Judith said, thank you, Jessica. Needed that motivational talk. You're so welcome. Sometimes I get on my little soapbox over here and I'm like, okay, that's enough now. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Coming up later tonight, we have another episode of Divine DNA, an all new episode with the Jacksons. We're going to be talking about Angelique's birthday, as well as Stress Awareness Month and some other fun things. So make sure you tune into that 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Breakthrough Show Network. Also, reminder that on Friday, we have an incredible new episode of One presented by the Breakthrough Show. One guest, one story, one question. And this episode features the story of Brunella Costagliola, who will be talking about cultural heritage and how it can change our future. I hope you're enjoying this little for lack of, don't infer things from this, but adult story time. Um, this personal development story time. If you want to catch the first episode, I did my story last Friday, and Brunella's will be coming up this Friday. So super excited about that. Thank you guys for joining me wherever you are in the world today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everybody.